and rolls across high plateaus. It is a country known as the Water Tower of Africa. Yet for so long, its people lived with thirst and in darkness. The capital city, Addis Ababa, was growing fast. Its streets were filling with people searching for a better life. But the water pipes often ran dry. Families would wait for hours, hoping for a trickle. The promise of the city felt hollow when you could not get a clean drink. This was the great paradox of a nation rich in water, but poor in the means to capture it. The rivers flowed past, carrying their wealth to other lands, while Ethiopia's own development was held back. Beyond the city, the story was much the same, but with an added challenge: a lack of power. Night would fall, and with it, a deep darkness. Homes and villages had no electricity. Children could not study after sunset. Businesses could not run machines. Hospitals struggled to keep medicines cool. The country's immense potential for hydropower, locked within its powerful rivers, was untapped. The energy was there, rushing downstream, but it did nothing to light up the lives of millions. Ethiopia's leaders saw a clear solution. They looked to their rivers not just as bodies of water. The story of Ethiopia's great dams begins not with a roar of turbines, but with a quiet, desperate need for water in Addis Ababa. In the late 1960s, the city was expanding rapidly, and its old water systems could not keep up. The solution was the Legadadi Dam, a project designed to give the capital a secure water supply. Built by the Italian company Salini Impregilo, now Webuild, it was a major undertaking for its time. Completed in 1970, the dam created a large reservoir just east of the city. For the first time, millions of residents had the promise of clean water flowing directly into their homes. It was a monumental step forward, a modern solution to an age-old problem. Legadadi was an earth-filled dam, a huge mound of compacted soil and rock stretching across the landscape. It stood 75 meters high, holding back the waters of the Legadadi River Dire River. The reservoir it formed became a new, placid feature in the rolling hills, a calm blue expanse dedicated to serving the city. The project was a success. It transformed daily life in Addis Ababa. The long queues at public water points began to shrink. It allowed the city to grow, to build new industries, to become the bustling diplomatic hub it is today. The dam was more than just infrastructure. It was a lifeline that allowed the capital to breathe and expand. Decades passed, and the success of Legadadi began to face a new threat. The problem was not with the dam itself, but with the land around it. Upstream from the reservoir, the population grew. Forests were cleared to make way for farms. Farmers began using fertilizers, pesticides. After securing water for its capital, Ethiopia turned its attention to a bigger challenge: electricity. The nation was one of the poorest in the world in terms of energy access. The government identified the Omo River, which becomes the GERD River in its upper reaches, as a powerhouse waiting to be harnessed. This led to the Gilgel-Gib 1 project, the first in a series of dams that would form the Gib Cascade. Completed in 2004, Gilgel-Gib 1 was a significant step up in scale. It was a rock-filled dam designed not for water storage, but for generating electricity. Its power station could produce 184 megawatts, a huge boost that nearly doubled the country's generation capacity at the time. Gilgel-Gib 1 was a symbol of a new era. It showed that Ethiopia could build major hydropower projects and begin to solve its energy crisis. Instead of building another large dam and reservoir immediately downstream, they designed Gilgel-Gib 2. This project was different. It would use the water that was already released from Gib 1. The plan was to divert this water through a massive tunnel bored straight through a mountain. This would create a shortcut for the river, allowing it to drop a huge distance in a short space. The tunnel was the heart of the Gilgel-Gib 2 project. By doing this, it could take advantage of a natural drop of 500 meters, creating immense water pressure to spin the turbines. Despite this, the project ultimately succeeded. If the first two Gib dams were about clever engineering, Gilgel-Gib 3 was about sheer brute force. It was a project of breathtaking scale. Standing 243 meters tall, it was one of the tallest dams in the world when it was completed in 2016. Its purpose was simple: to generate a colossal amount of electricity. With a capacity of 1,870 megawatts, Gib 3 could produce more power than all of Ethiopia's other dams combined. For a country desperate for energy to power its economic growth, the dam was a dream come true. It promised to end power shortages, electrify millions of homes, and even earn money by exporting electricity to neighboring countries like Kenya. The impact on Ethiopia's power grid was immediate and transformative. the country suddenly had a surplus of electricity. The frequent blackouts that had plagued cities and industries became a thing of the past. The Omo River, which the dam now controlled, is the lifeblood for hundreds of thousands of indigenous people in the lower Omo Valley. For centuries, communities like the Mursi, Bodi, and Kara have depended on the river's natural annual flood to practice flood retention agriculture. The flood would deposit rich silt on the riverbanks, creating fertile land for growing crops. GERD 3 was designed to stop this natural flood, replacing it with a steady, regulated flow. GERD 3 became a powerful but painful example of how the pursuit of national development can leave the most vulnerable people behind. Following the immense power output of GERD 3, the plan for the Omo River cascade was not yet complete. The next and final step was the Koisha Dam. Positioned downstream from GERD 3, Koisha was designed to be another giant, with a planned height of 170 meters and a generation capacity of 2,160 megawatts. The ambition: squeeze every last drop from the Omo River. But momentum faltered. The primary obstacle: money. Megadams are incredibly expensive. Financing Koisha proved a major challenge. Koisha's troubled journey showed limits to megadam ambitions. Rising financial and political costs pushed Ethiopia to pivot to an even grander symbolic project on the Blue Nile. While the GERD cascade was transforming the south, an even more audacious project was taking shape in the west, on the Blue Nile. This was the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or GERD. It is the largest dam in Africa, a monument of concrete and steel stretching over a mile long, rising 145 meters high. Its goal is to generate over 5,000 megawatts of electricity, more than doubling Ethiopia's entire power supply in one go. But the GERD is much more than a power station. For Ethiopia, it is a declaration of sovereignty and a powerful symbol of national unity and hope for a new beginning. The GERD became a truly national project, funded by the collective will of 120 million people. However, this national dream has become a source of regional tension. The Blue Nile provides the vast majority of the water flowing into Egypt, a desert nation that is completely dependent on the river. The GERD thus stands as a powerful lesson for the world. While dams can build a nation's future, they can also create deep divisions, turning a shared river into a source of conflict.